Today, we look at compression release. Now, why are we looking at the release? Now, the reason is many of us set our release and our attack. Most of the time, our release is like this. Our release is very fast. Whether we are on the 1176 or whatever compressor, our release is very fast and it is destroying our vocals. So, what does the release do? Now, as your vocals are in transient, now some peaks are high and some peaks are low. Now, as you know your typical compressor, the attack, when you set your attack fast, what your attack is doing is that those high peaks and those high peaks is catching them. It's catching these high peaks and is bringing them down. Now, what is the release doing? The release is telling the attack when to stop working. Now, if you set a fast release, what are you doing to the compressor? You are telling the compression to stop working as soon as possible. So, it's as stupid as not even putting a compressor, because when it comes to a vocal and you are putting in fast compression for your release, that means you are telling the compressor that when it works maybe at point A, before the compressor get to point B and point C, it will stop working. So the compressor will only catch the peaks at this first place, and before it will turn on again to come and catch a peak, it must have lost a huge number of transients. Now, what happens when we set our release to be fast? Now, when you set your release to be fast, it will catch all the transients. So what you are doing now is that as your compressor begins to attack these transients, that's the high pitch transients, or the places where we have those peaks that are hurting your ears, or those peaks that are causing problems in the mix, that are not allowing it to fit into the beats or the instrumental. Now, when you set a fast release or a medium release, depending on your compression or your mic, what you are doing is this: you're telling the compressor, catch all those peaks and bring this vocal to the same level. Now, when you achieve that, your vocals will now sit well on the mix. Although there are a lot of things that make the vocal sit well on the mix, which include EQ and some other compression and some other kind of processing. But when it comes to this compression, especially this compression, if you set a fast release, once you set your release to be fast, what you are telling your compressor is do not work at all, or work just a little. Now, if you go to YouTube and all these sites, some of these producers will tell you use fast release for your vocal. Now, these people, some of them record with very condensed microphones. They have preamps. They have some analog gear running through their microphone. Now, what it will do is that their vocals are already compressed coming into the system. So they are looking for a way to even open it up. So when they use fast release, it will be okay for them. But if it's you that don't have all those things, the only thing you have is just your microphone, maybe $100 microphone, or some of you that are recording with your AirPod or earpiece and the rest of that, you see that your transients will not be caught. The vocals will not sit with the mix. So now, how will you set your release? Now, if you are using a compressor, now for this compressor, we have 1 millisecond to 1000. Now, if I will set up this compressor, I'm looking from 500 to around 600, 700. That's where I'm looking at to set up my compressor. But I'll start around 500. And when I start hearing that it's too much on my vocals, I may stop. Steady on a FaceTime button fiesta. The bottom line is Ada. Blessings on that way to me. Forgive all those who are unfair to me. Promise to give back to those that care to me. And to those who felt I'll never pay the heavens for my knowledge clear me. Singular tabi no David. Now you once we dey all of it. Every time wanna come for me needs. Blessings in my haters. Blessings on my blessings and I feel that. Blessings on my blessings, say born winner. Blessings on my blessings and come put your hands on my blessings and I'm in that. Your hands on my blessings, we go break em. Your hands on my blessings, we feel shake em. Your hands on my blessings, we feel. Now, you can hear how that fast release was catching the peaks and making the vocal smooth. Now, if you don't use a slow release, the vocal will not get smooth. Fast release will just allow the vocal to pass the way it was recorded. It cannot become electronic, it cannot have this electronic sound, it cannot become compressed. If you think that this is some kind of not something that is working, something we're just saying, you can print the vocal out for yourself. Print it out and see for yourself which one is more compressed. Is it when you use fast release or when you use slow release or medium release? Print it out for yourself and see. If you are using compression like 1176, how do you set up fast attack and slow release? Now, in 1176, to the left is slow, to the right is fast. Now, for my vocals, I can set around 6.7. For the same release, it's the same. To the left is slow, to the right is fast. But I will set my release at a very slow ratio so that my attack can capture my vocals. So my attack will capture the vocals. So that's it. Around that area, set your release there and a very fast attack. So let's see how this translates. Take that. Steady on a FaceTime button fiesta. The bottom line is Ada. Blessings on that way to me. Forgive all those who are unfair to me. Promise to give back to those that care to me. And to those who felt I'll never pay the heavens for my knowledge clear me. Singular tabi no David. Now you once we dey all of it. Every time wanna come for me needs. Take that. Steady on a FaceTime button fiesta. The bottom line is Ada. Blessings on that way to me. Forgive all those who are unfair to me. Promise to give back to those that care to me. And to those who fret, I'll never pay the heavens for my glory, and they clear me. Singular tabi no David. Now you once we dey all on freely. You can hear it how the vocals become smooth. So I say it again. Slow release or medium release is what you should use for vocal. Do not use that fast release, because what you are doing, you are offing the compressor. You are telling the compressor to stop working, especially when it comes to vocals. Vocals are very, very dynamic. Now, look at this vocal. This is your typical vocal. Now, as this vocal go, you will see peaks like this. Some are high, some are low. Now, if your compressor is using a fast release, if you print this vocal out, you will still see the same thing. If you print the vocal out, you see the same thing. You notice that the transients were not controlled. But if you use a medium release to a slow release, you will notice that when you print this vocal out, the transients will be controlled. The vocals will become smooth, and when they become smooth, they will now fit into the instrumental. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Now, if you have any questions, leave your questions in the comment section. Or if you have any observations or something you have tried out on compression, you can drop it on the comment section. Now, for those of you who want me to help you mix your music, you can contact me using my WhatsApp number on the description of this video. If you also want to learn in depth everything, how you can use Bandlab from home to create professional music that can compete with those pro musicians, even if you are not on membership. If you're on membership, better. But even if you are not on membership, how to do it, and you will get exclusive presets that can help you do it. You can as well contact me to get my full course. Till we see you again next time. Peace.